what should I bring when I go to a play party? This is Reid Mahalka from readaboutsex.com.
Cathy Vartuli from intimacydojo.com. What do you bring, Cathy?
I usually...
Wait a minute. Is a play party an orgy?
Yes.
Ooh. What do you bring?
One, I was brought up to be very polite, so I almost always ask if I can bring a dish or what can I help with. And some people have a food table where people can eat, especially when they're nervous or they've had a lot of hot sex, they want food.
Food's generally speaking a good idea,
yeah,
or at least snacks.
Yeah, so I like to ask if I can bring something. I found that if I'm bringing some food dish, it's nice to have finger food, something people can pick up and eat easily. And I found that things with protein or warm go over really well, or cheese and crackers kind of, people get hungry. And grapes are always good because their mouths get dry and when people are talking or
And
nervous.
they're fun to feed people grapes.
Yes.
You also, some people will bring beverages. You should check in with your host about alcoholic beverages and what kind are allowed. And that every host is different. I like to encourage people to bring things that make them feel comfortable, but not have them check out. So I tend to not have hard liquor.
But you let wine and beer
at my parties because I don't want people, somebody who's nervous, who's sipping their bourbon too quick, can then get kind of, not that you can't get drunk on wine, but I want people to be able to celebrate but not lose control, because that's important for me from a perspective of consent and how people are being mindful. So you should ask your hostess if it's okay. Like if you just love sipping on bourbon, ask them if hard liquor is okay. Ask them if any liquor is okay. And, when in doubt, peppermint tea always works because it's non-alcoholic.
Yep.
It's fun. And
freshens the breath.
It freshens the breath. But then it doesn't over-caffeinate. But then you're the person who brought tea that then you left for the host. And you're like, oh my goodness, Cathy was this peppermint tea that I'm sipping the day after. Isn't Cathy wonderful?
Yeah, so I like to bring something like that. I tend to bring my plate. I have a toy bag that I put a bottle of water in. I usually put a tampon in case my period starts, because it loves to do that at play parties, in the middle of them.
Murphy's Law of play parties?
Yes. I have a little bottle of mouthwash, a travel-sized bottle of mouthwash in there. I have a bar of chocolate, because you never know when your blood sugars are...
Chocolate is never a bad idea.
Well, and you can feed your partner if your energy starts flagging. So I have a couple toys that I love.
Look at her smile. You're like, hee hee hee.
You can go again. It's okay, honey. I have safer sex condoms, female condoms, gloves, lube in there, in a little bag that I got, so it doesn't get all cross-contaminated. I have an Hitachi magic wand that I love, and a couple Enjoy toys that are my favorite, and a strap-on.
There you go.
So, and I like to wear clothes that I can get up and down in, like nothing that's constricting or tight, because often at play parties you're sitting on the floor or odd places. So
yeah, and everybody, like your mobility needs and your personal needs about what you would need in your bag. It's totally fine if you don't have a toy bag yet, and be prepared. What do you need to stack the deck in your favor to have a good time? Yeah. And have on hand so that you feel more comfortable and prepared. Yeah. And, for some people, they will have toys. They'll bring toys that they don't even plan on using. They just like helping other people have fun. So sometimes your toys are you're bringing for other people to use. I'm a cisgendered guy with a penis, but I will sometimes bring my Hitachi magic wand, because I can then ask while I'm playing with somebody, would you like to, me to use my Hitachi on you? Yeah. So again, like there's no right or wrong, and it is fun just as a creative exercise to figure out, even if you never want to go to a play party, what would you have in your play party bag? Yeah, and I've made a lot of friends putting scrunchies in my bag. Yeah. Because a lot of women with longer hair or men with longer hair, if they're going down on someone, their hair's in the way. And you're like, here. And I also have a little hairbrush, because
it's very sensual. I've just, just like if I wasn't in the mood to play, I'm like, hey, can I brush your hair? Or they've asked to brush my hair, and that's just really fun.
Yeah. So again, the sky's the limit. And what can you do to have fun?
Is there anything that you would bring?
No, I'm going to leave it like this. This is great.
Okay.
I like hearing from Cathy right now. Yeah. Again, resources. readaboutsex.com/play party. And you can get some checklists and things like that.
Yeah. And a little towel would be nice too, a splash towel.
A little towel. Oh my goodness. Alarms are going off. What's happening, Cathy?
It's cheat day time.
It's cheat day time for me. Time for carbs.
For Reid.
Yes. Maybe I'll put some carbs in my sex toy bag.
Ooh.
Bye, everyone. Leave comments. Thanks for tuning in, Sex Geek. If you would like to continue with the brain sex, do me a favor and click subscribe right here. If you'd like to watch me on social media, that's where you're going to go. Next video, maybe? And if you really would like your own Sex Geek t-shirt, please click right here, right now. Boop. No, really, like...